Makita Batteries. In this video I am going to go through a few things about Makita Batteries, 18 volt batteries that is, lithium ion. I'm going to weigh them all first, see what the difference in weight is between the 3 through to the 6 amp hour, see if there's any difference in weight with the ones with and without the battery gauge. Ooh, something fell over. And then I'm going to see how long they take to discharge, and then see how long they take to recharge. So let's get to it. And if at any point in this video I say amp instead of amp hour, I make no apologies for that. You can have a little tiz about it and complain about it in the comments and make yourself feel superior or whatever the hell you want to do. I don't give a shit. Okay? This is New Zealand. Everything is abbreviated. I don't care. You know what I'm talking about. If you don't, well, you know where to go. Or maybe you don't. Anyway. Right, hopefully you can see this down the bottom of the screen. This is in grams. 3 amp hour battery. All these batteries are fully charged. And the battery without the gauge, 604. With the battery gauge, 3 amp hour, 640. So, tiny bit heavier, not much. 4 amp hour, 644. So only fractionally heavier than a 3 with a battery gauge. 5 amp hour, and there's the first interesting bit, 616. Actually gone down in weight. And finally a 6 amp hour, and they only make 6 amp hour ones with the battery thing as far as I'm aware. And we've got 672. So not a lot of difference there. There's the numbers, 604 through to 672 heaviest. So interesting how a 5 amp hour battery is slightly lighter than a 4. A 4 is only a little bit heavier than a 3. And then it jumps back up again from the 5 to the 6, but not a huge amount. There's 68 grams in it between the whole lot. Right, how long will they last now? I want to know if a 3 amp hour lasts half as long as a 6 amp hour on something like an angle grinder. So that's what we're going to test now. I'm going to put a 3 amp on a angle grinder and just let it run until it conks out, and then a 4, and then a 5, and then a 6. And we'll see how the times compare. Right, so this is how I'm going to test my batteries for runtime. I've got a 5-inch grinder here, the DGA 504 brushless Makita. I'm going to put each battery on, turn it on. It's just got a standard grinding wheel on it, and we'll just see how long they run. Don't worry, I'm not going to make you sit for 10 minutes watching it. I'll speed them all up, put a timer on the screen if I can work out how to do that. Yes, so let's go. 3 amp hour, fully charged. What's going on there? 3, 1. Clearly about to die. Torque settings kicked in. And 3 on the bloody battery gauge. And there she goes. Or did I knock it off? No, I knocked it off. Yeah, she won't start again. No, she's done. Well, I'm not going to be doing that for every battery, because that took a lot longer than I thought. 25 minutes. Thought it was going to be like 10 to 15. I don't want to sit here for an hour with a 6 amp battery. Not that I was sitting there, but anyway. I gotta come up with something else. Right, see how long this goes with a 3 amp hour battery, fully charged. We've got the trigger taped down, timer. even see that on the camera? Man. Oh, yep. It's effectively stopped. Certainly not blowing much at all. The light's not even coming on the battery. We'll call that 14 minutes, I think. Geez, that battery is hot. Charging up, 3 amp hour. Just been drained. Let's see how long it takes. Now these 3 amp hour batteries on this rapid charger are rated to do full charge in 22 minutes. Looks like it's going to be pretty close. We'll say 23:20. That's not too bad. The battery had just come straight off the angle grinder, so it had been, it was pretty hot, so it might have needed a little bit of cool down. Anyway, next, 6 amp, fully charged. Let's go. Very interesting. Not even 22 minutes. So it's only about 50% more than a 3 amp hour instead of 100% more. Right, so this 6 amp hour battery, completely flat. Let's see how long it takes. It's meant to take 55 minutes on this charger for that particular battery, a 6 amp hour. So let's see. A bit disappointed with its length of time on the blower. Not looking good at the 58-minute mark, and we haven't got to the 80% full yet. Gonna be well over an hour. Just getting silly now. Over an hour and a quarter, and we haven't got to the 80% mark. Although all 4 lights are lighting up on the end of the battery, so it shouldn't be too long. Must be getting close now. We're half an hour over the time stated by Makita as that it takes to charge one of these batteries. Not impressed. Come on, Makita, I've got other things to do here. I keep looking at this damn chicken up on this friggin' battery. Hallelujah! Hour and 36 minutes. Man. It's been a long day. Slowing down already. Okay, I'm calling that one. 4 amp hour battery, 15 minutes. Okay, I'm going to do another 4 amp hour battery because it just didn't seem quite right. It's basically the same length of time as the 3, so I'm going to try another one just in case. So well, same again. Call that 15 minutes. So the 4 amp hour batteries are meant to charge in 36 minutes on this charger. I'm 34, so looking pretty good at the moment. The green light is on. That's 8 minutes over. .44 when it's meant to be 36. That's quite a big difference. Time for the 5. Oh, grand, that was perfect timing. Heard it slowing down and grabbed it. So just under 16 minutes, we'll call it 16. Well, I'm a little bit shocked again. This is a 5 amp hour battery. Meant to take 45 minutes to charge, and we're up to 46.5, and the green light hasn't even come on yet. Not even at 80%. Bit disappointing, they're actually taking longer than I thought they did. They always seem to charge pretty quick, but of course you're not sort of hanging around waiting for them a lot of the time. Chuck it on, walk away. Looks like this one's going to be a blowout as well. Tick, 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 getting close to half an hour over its official charge time. That's pretty piss poor. Now, do older batteries charge quicker than newer batteries? Well, either way, some of these have been old. 6 amp hour one, which you're about to see, was brand new. Second time it had been charged. So I don't know why they take so long. They've all been quite warm when I've charged them because they've come straight off the fan. So maybe that's something to do with it. At no point did the red light flash when it began charging, which indicates that it's the fan's cooling it down before it starts charging. So that's not the issue. So there it is. An hour and 15 minutes. Meant to be 45, so that's half an hour over. It's pretty much as bad as the 6 amp hour battery. Oh, there we go. So half an hour longer than it was meant to. That's not good. I don't sort of recall them ever taking this long to charge, but like I say, you don't sort of stand there and time the damn things. Often you put them on charge at the end of the day, and so you just forget about them. Or you put it on charge, you come back and you need it and it's only half charged, you just take it off and use it anyway. That sort of thing, so dunno. Okay, I'm going again with a 3 amp hour. I don't trust my results from the first test. When I did first put it on, I taped the handle and I realized after about 30 seconds to a minute that it wasn't quite going full, so I put a wire on to put it to full blast, but I suspect that made more difference in that first minute than I thought it would have, so let's go again. That's a bit more like it. Okay, so that is effectively dead. Much quicker. 10.5. Okay, we'll call that. It's quite warm. Through all these tests, the tool itself hasn't ever gotten warm. Still cold, not even slightly warm anywhere. But the battery does get very hot. Okay, so that's done. So we'll call that 11. One thing that's interesting about this test is that the 3 and 4 amp hour batteries didn't turn off, they just kept running down, draining the batteries. Whereas the 5 and 6 amp hour batteries seem to have better protection and actually cut out before the batteries drained right down. So that's interesting. Better sum this thing up now, eh? Right, I'm doing one last test for the whingers out there. Here is a 6 amp hour battery. Completely kajiggered. I'm going to charge this up. It's cold. It's been cold for more than 24 hours since it was used. Now, this is for the people who say, oh yeah, but the battery time is on cold batteries. You're just being unfair because it was hot. No, I'm being real. You know, you use the battery, you stick it on the charger. Builders use a battery, it goes flat. They take it off the drill, the grinder, whatever it is. They chuck it on the charger and away they go. So what I was simulating is real life as far as I'm concerned. If you're using a high drain device such as an angle grinder, a rotary hammer drill, a blower, you're going hard out, you're using it, it dies, you walk over, you chuck it on the charger, you grab the next battery. So that's real. That's how long it's going to take is what you've seen. So from cold, which is the manufacturer's timing, as you know, people have pointed out to me, that is what I'm now about to test, a cold battery. But that's not what this test was about. But in some other places, people have pointed out to me that have seen this, that that's how it's meant to be, but I don't really care. But anyway, so like I say, 6 amp hour battery. Dead. On we go. Go turn the power on, eh? This should read 55 minutes when it's fully charged. Don't worry, I'm about to hit the fast forward button. Right, time for the fancy graphics to tell you how this all went if you didn't keep up with it all. So we'll put the run times down first. It was 11 minutes for the 3 amp hour, so you'd expect the 6 amp hour to be 22, and it was. So that's good. Then the 4 amp hour was 15. So to work out how much percentage wise these are relating to each other, the 3 amp hour, if you divide that by 3 to get time for a 1 amp hour charge on a battery, runtime, sorry, on a battery, 11 divided by 3, so at 3 2/3 of a minute roughly, so 3 minutes 40. So if you add 3 minutes 40 to that, you should get the next time. So 3 minutes 40 is 14:40, 15 minutes. Same diff, close enough. So that would make 5 amp hour should be over 18 minutes, but it was only 16 before its automatic cutout kicked in. So whether that's just because the battery's maybe getting a little bit old, it's not that old a battery, that one, but maybe, don't know. So these three all track the same. This one 5 amp hour, a little low. But the most important thing I found was that the 6 was exactly double the 3. It didn't drain more, being a higher number and everything like some people seem to think they will. Okay, and then charge time. So charge time on a 3 amp hour battery on a fast charger, 22 minutes is Makita's advertised time to charge a battery from cold. Remember, all these batteries were done hot. They're not done cold. I did them hot because, well, that's how I charge them. That's how most people probably charge them. Anyone in a trade, you're using the tool, battery goes flat, chuck it on the charger. So the tool batteries are going to be hot. So anyway, the 3 came in at 23 minutes, so only 1 minute over from hot. So that's pretty good. This isn't the best graphics, is it? It needs to be up like that so you can see the darn thing without the reflection. There we go. How's that going to stand? Yeah, that's alright. We'll go with that. So, 3 amp hour battery, all good. Now, the 4 amp hour battery, which was meant to take 36 minutes, actually took 44. 8 minutes over. Not the end of the world, but a bit slower. And then here's where they start really blowing out. 75 minutes. 75 minutes for the 5 amp hour to charge when hot, coming straight off the blower. That's half an hour over the advertised time. And the 6 amp hour, 96 minutes when it's meant to be 55 from cold. So that's what, 41 minutes over. So getting close to being sort of double the time, sort of 1 3/4 time anyway. But then I also did the 6 amp hour from cold, been sitting around for about a day, completely drained, and that came in at 52 minutes. So it came in under the time by 3 minutes. So heat makes a big difference to the charging times of these batteries. So if you're using them flat out all day, every day, then forget the times advertised. These are the real times. Hope this has been of some help to somebody. It's really just a little intellectual thing to do by myself. Just because I wanted to know how long they really take to charge under real circumstances of, you know, thrashing the battery and then chucking it on the charger. But at no point did the red flashing light, as I think I pointed out, come on to indicate that it's cooling down with the cooling down the battery first with the charger before charging. So thanks for watching. Check out my other Makita videos, these ones on the side here, and I've got heaps of them now. And I'll see you on the next one.